What's up, YouTube? Today's trying to try something a little different. I'm going to show my lock wearers some love and do a retwist video. I'm using the Oh So Clean shampoo by G Naturals and their conditioner, and the body and hair conditioner and butter will be used as well. I've already shampooed this client. I always shampoo before I retwist. It distributes the product better. Normally I retwist every 3 to 4 weeks, but in the beginning we retwisted her hair every 10 to 14 days. And we didn't shampoo for fear of taking the twist out, but I always cleanse the scalp with an astringent like Sea Breeze. Noticed I took the G Natural Shea Butter and I applied it to the root, and I am palm rolling her hair, palm rolling it to the right. So the way that works is that my right palm comes down and my left hand goes up. That way I can make sure that all the locks are going in the same direction and there is no fear that I am untwisting the locks. It takes hair about 6 to 8 months to lock, but you still need to keep them up, of course. You want to make sure to keep them twisted so that they will lock in the formation that you like them to lock in. These I keep referring to as locks rather than dreads, because dreads are what the Europeans used to call the Africans' hair, and they would call it the dreaded hairstyle. My clients' locks are nicely manicured, so once again, I call them locks. Notice the amount of growth since her hair has locked. It's about 3 inches, and that's what needs to be retwisted. Now I'm changing the direction so that you can see how I lock the hair on the sides. I'm palm rolling them to the back, and I'm pressing the butter into the lock. I want to make sure that the product is distributed all the way from the beginning, the middle, and the back of the lock. There's no need for me to take the butter all the way down the lock because it's already locked. Notice that I am applying the butter to her scalp because you know y'all always want those baby hairs laid down, even if there's a natural style that we're out to achieve. Also doing the same thing on the other side. I applied the butter first and then I'm twisting them, and I'm making sure not to use a lot of tension because although the hair is natural and locked, you still run the risk of tension alopecia, meaning you ripped your hair out from pulling it too tight, and we don't want that to happen. I'm sorry, that was traction alopecia. And I'm laying down the edges where it's fine, right at the corners of the hairline. I'm applying very little pressure. I generally like to use gels for coarse hair like my client has, or heavier products like beeswax for curly hair like I use on some other clients. But this hair and body shea butter is awesome for both hair textures, so that's great, you know, to have something you can use on everyone. Notice I pushed in the butter into the scalp and then I palm rolled it, and we're not using clips because my goal is to avoid any more breakage and weight and traction alopecia. She just doesn't need it. Her hair is very fine. Hair locks because normally the hair that you shed comes away from the scalp and falls out of the head, but this hair goes into the locks and that's how it locks, so the weight can really pick up. So I really have to be careful not to put too much tension on the roots because it's already carrying far more weight at the end of the locks. Notice I'm taking the body butter and smoothing her hair all the way back, and I'm using a little bit of the hair and scalp conditioner. It is solid at room temperature, so I would personally never use that on the scalp. I'm putting that on the ends of her hair because she could always use a little more moisture. Check out this other new look that we did the same day in my other videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Hairandmakeupblog.com